Where are we?
There's no one here. I can't see.
What have you done?
I'm stumbling around in the dark. Ow! Oh, there we are.
Hello.
Is anybody else's screen sort of going?
What now?
Yeah.
It is now.
No, it's just you, Gary.
Oh, God.
Are you having another stroke, my friend?
That's going to do my head into that is. Hang on a minute.
But the intro worked.
Yeah, but I've got this. The whole screen's going.
Is the monitor doing that as well, or just the screen?
Just the screen.
Oh.
Hang on, let me
Maybe you need to come back out and go out and come back in.
Hang on, I'm going to change camera. No, no, that's not working either. Right.
Yeah. I'd copy the link, bomb out, come back in, try to.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. It's not doing it now.
Oh.
I went from full screen to. As if I go to full screen. Okay, I'll come out of full screen.
Problem solved. There you go. Hello, everyone.
G-Day.
Yeah. Welcome to Thursday when we're working on the Big Boy locomotive. I forgot what it's called then. Only 2 episodes of this left, today and next week. So we're doing well. Yes. Oh, Dino in. Gary's got an announcement to make.
Oh, Christ, that was quick. Yes, I have got an announcement to make. Date for your diaries, all you wonderful, wonderful viewers in YouTube land. On the 24th of August, Friends of Models for Heroes will be doing their first ever live stream on YouTube, on the Friends of Models for Heroes YouTube channel, from 1400 UK time to 1600 UK time, where we will be doing a bit of building, and we will also be having a chat, talking about Friends of Models for Heroes, what we do, where we could go forward, and that sort of thing, and also mentioning Models for Heroes. Hang on, I'm getting a message from the green room. 2 seconds. Carry on as if you were normal chaps.
Gary, you really need to sort your smell out. You need to have a shower, dude. Yes, I know, love. I'm really sorry. I farted.
That date might change.
What was that?
that date might change. I've just been informed of something I'd forgotten about. Back to the conversation we were having in rehearsals, Mikey.
Yes.
Okay, but there is in the very near future, it might be earlier than the 24th. I will update people accordingly. Yeah. A live stream, Friends of Models Heroes live stream.
Yeah.
Right. Also, I think I need to make an apology to the lovely Grace Kim. I think on Monday I referred to her as Grace Park, for which I apologise. Grace Park is an actress from Hawaii Five-0. Grace Kim is the wonderful Australian golfer. I did take myself out in the garden and beat myself with a 7-iron as penance for doing it. So there we go.
Very good.
Right. Back to the studio.
Yes. Another announcement is on the 4th of August, as the members will know, we discussed in the last members only stream what we would like to do. And one of the things that came up was people would like to do like a lesson once a month where we go through a skill and one of us teaches you a skill or how to make something, scratch build something and stuff like that. So on the 4th of August, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a scale wooden outhouse using lollipop sticks and things. So I shall put the list up of what you'll need in the Discord. And yeah, if you want to join in, feel free.
Will you have a here's one I prepared earlier?
Yes.
Here's a number 2 I prepared earlier.
Yeah. It's going to be a monthly thing. So we're going to take it in turns between the 3 of us. Each month, one Monday a month, we're going to do a lesson. But Yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy that. Oh, and John,
Yes.
me and Gary have thought of a possible future kit build we could do on a Monday, because some stuff that's been going on YouTube that's really, really, really make me want to build this kit.
A scale model of Mar-a-Lago?
No.
No,
A
there's been a lot of negativity about a new kit that's just come out.
the FX Stolly.
Oh.
It's all this negativity is really making me want to build it and prove that it's perfectly fine.
So
Okay.
That it's
in
fun
the
to build.
future, when you can get it down under,
Yes.
Knowing the epic supplier for Australia, it'll be at least 6 months.
Yeah. Quite possible.
Tell you what, I'll go and reserve. I'll put my name down for it tomorrow.
You're good.
There's
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I think it'd be rather fun to show what it's like just doing it as for fun with a bunch of mates, rather than focus on all the little tiny nitty gritty stuff.
All right.
Just enjoy the model. Yes.
cool. And Bob, thank you very much. I have my lion.
He does.
I am fighting the battle of removing the supports for it at the moment. So
it looks like Bane at the minute with those bars across the top.
Yeah. So thanks, Bob. I'm looking forward to painting that up and having it right in front of me on my shelf, right in front of me. So I remember who I am.
Well, you know, I've got that little drawer set in front of my desk next to the monitor where I keep Gododon and my giants and stuff. I think mine will be going on there because I seem to be getting a collection of figures on there now.
Right.
But anyway, today is all about trains.
Yes, it is.
So let's get back on
track.
Track.
Very good.
I'm here all week. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
Yes. Well, you're certainly here for tomorrow and today anyway.
We'll probably be here Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Well, not Tuesday.
Well, did you see the post I put up on the Facebook page? The channel
Even
Facebook?
yesterday on our day off.
Yeah. 2 years as mate, over 2 years as mates, over 1 year doing at least 4 live streams a week together, and we still spend our days off modelling on.
And John was there. He just finished for the night by the time he got around to taking the photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've done a thing with my F-35.
Oh, yes.
It's huge, man.
Oh. Can we zoom in on Chair Force 1?
Yes, we can.
Oh.
And I solved, the problem I was having here?
Yeah.
I solved that. Do you know what it was?
Okay.
Ejector pin marks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right back to basics. I was trying everything, and it was ejector pin marks in the bottom here that were a bit proud that was forcing this up. So yeah.
You're doing it in beast mode, are you?
Yes, I am doing it in a beast mode. And it will be going into primer this weekend, I think.
I saw a most excellent thing today.
Oh.
They had an F-35 handling display at the RAF base down the road, and it's stunning. Like, it's only the second time I've seen it do, the high alphas and the tight rolls and the tumbling through the sky, and oh my God, it's more agile than a Hornet. It's incredible.
Yeah. So there you go. And before Mikey gets into doing the comments, I have progressed.
Ooh, I have too, but mine's over there.
Believe it or not, that's got a gloss coat on it. It's going to have another gloss coat on it.
I think you just got to keep putting lots of thin layers on, haven't you?
Yeah, before I put the decals. I was hoping tomorrow I will be decaling, decaling, and decaling stickers.
You're right. This jumper, it's not a polo. It's not a, what do you call it? A
drill neck?
Drill neck. I do look like a movie critic. One of those pots that sits there and
one of those really annoying jumped up philosophers. All you need is a little beret or something.
I think therefore I am.
Yeah. Especially with the white beard and everything.
You look very esteemed.
Yes.
It's all an illusion. Hey, I'll give you a hand read in the comments if you like. Do you want to go do the circuits?
Yeah, we can do. It's fun doing that.
Go for it. I said, "Ha first."
GM says the Empire fights back, huh? Engländer
I'm pleased about that. I would have got that if we'd started with Mikey.
GM says, greetings purveyors of plastic things ancient and heavy with steam. You are being watched from Checkpoint Alpha. Well, a hotel in Frankfurt. I'm Maine at least. AM Maine at least.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Gary also says the authorities tidied up the red light district in Amsterdam. Problem is, it's now here. I'm not used to being chatted up by beautiful women wearing not very much. Well, whatever gets you through the night, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tiff Ref South African. South African is pronounced, or South African is pronounced by a pilot friend of mine from Cape Town.
South African.
So here's a very, very quick one. South African and one easy lesson. You can say heart transplant. You could say heart transplant. But if you have one of each, you're South African transplant or transplant. Moving on.
And to our South African viewers, we do apologise. Any complaints can be sent to Scale Heroes.
And all the other countries, don't worry. We'll get to you in turn.
Yes. Bob says, I have a half-pack of digestives, bought a Luke Sader video file that was too big to copy, and I'm wearing sunglasses indoors. Let's hit it.
Cool, dude.
How many pairs of sunglasses is he wearing?
He sat in a police car under a bridge as well.
Yeah. And Bob says to Gary, the pronunciation is the same used by the South African Special Forces acquaintance. Returned to homeland a couple of decades ago.
Huh. And apart from all that, is everybody well?
Ian Ellison says, hey, old Gary Marsh seems to be in a good mood. Hi, GM. Hi, Bob. Careful with those digestive biscuits. They work as a laxative.
We're normally in a bad mood.
Well, we're making an outhouse in a couple of weeks.
I've seen you in a bad mood.
Bob says it takes a lot of digestives to counteract the side effects from some of my meds. Tell me about it.
GM says, Bobby, g'day. Yep, we was questioned about certain sayings we used in the last episode. Black feet, thongs, and countries. Oh.
Bob says, oh, look, very bad spelling of effects.
And GM says, g'day, Ian. Bobby, you've got spell checker problems, I think.
Bob says, and imagine Gladiator saying this, you know, are we not here to educate?
And to all Romans watching, we apologise.
Bob says, no spell checker broken glass, hence having to use prescription sunglasses indoors. That makes sense.
You do have some fun days, don't you?
Yeah.
And GM says, haha, but we're trying.
Bob says, in the dark, all the letters look similar, and it's hard to remember their locations as a single-digit typer. That's a double-digit typer.
Yeah. That's single. That's double. Jem says, haha, I came out as Harry Harriet on the Spiel Checker.
Spiel Cheaper.
Yeah.
Spiel Cheaper.
JT's in. He says, good morning, England. And Australia too.
Bob says,
not the English flag, my friend. No, it is not. Don't insult me.
But a clever Gary caught it in time. Well done, gold star.
Okay.
Did you just blow him a kiss?
No, that was licking a stamp, putting a gold star on the screen. Moving on.
Bob says, what ho, the colonials?
What ho?
JT says, John might know this one. I saw something about the HMAS Melbourne. Nice looking lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it had a prang with an American ship.
Oh, bloody puddle pirates!
And a couple of people died and stuff like that. Yeah. Hey, fun times.
Sorry to hear that. I was about.
Many years ago. It doesn't exist anymore.
Was it? Oh, right. Well, it's still bad.
That's what happens if you turn in front of a big, long aircraft carrier.
You've got a bloody great ocean. I mean, 3/4 of the world is ocean, and you manage to smack into another ship.
That's it. GM says, John T. Oh, God, he's going again. Morning, Data Medica. Bobby got both hands on the spun checker by the scream. God. Today's going to be difficult.
Question for the day: will modders get any of her Model T built? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yes, she will.
No, you got work. Oh, hang on. Can you jump to that? Thank you very much, Tammy. Gifted
Thank
5
you, Tammy.
memberships. Thank you very much.
Tammy.
Wow.
Bless you. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Much appreciated. That's
Amazing.
very generous. It always amazes me when people do stuff like that.
Yeah. Whose bat was it?
Mine, yours, I think.
Lol, Gary, says JT.
Hi, Tiff, says John.
Joe says, good morning, everyone. Afternoon, evening to all in chat.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
GM says, Tiff. Nah. Lol.
Bob says, oh, the time is getting close. Here ends episode far too many of the Gaz and Bob show. Stand by for the main attraction.
Gaz and Bob are our warm-up men.
Yeah. That's quite worrying. I don't know whether that's worrying or funny.
I think it's right on the button.
Yeah. JT says, I was thinking about the Great Muppet Caper and Happiness Hotel Bus. I think about Muppet Capers every time I look at us.
JT says, when I saw the video.
Ah.
Kevin says, good day, everyone.
Good day, Kevin. Jem says, Bobby, showing up. It's usually
Bob
you that says that, John.
Yeah, Bob says, me too.
Patrick says, g'day all. Oh, there's Herbie. I love it.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Scott says, hello. Did someone say KFC? Ooh.
And Tiff's put the link up for Friends of Models Heroes YouTube channel.
Let's see how fast you can read it out.
I've just been informed by Air Officer Commanding Homefront that I actually have something booked on that day, so I'm going to have to change the date.
Oh,
which goes back to the discussion we were having before we went live about
it's
me.
a good job you hadn't told anyone, isn't it, Gary?
Yeah, about me and my memory. Oh,
unlike like the entire committee,
like
and
the world
people watching,
the entire of YouTube land.
Yeah.
Julian says, morning, Mikey, Shelby, and evening, John.
Morning,
Hi,
Julian. Matt says, afternoon, folks. Have you noticed how I always get the easy ones?
Yeah, I'm noticing that. And John's getting all the difficult ones today. And Tiff says, hello to JT.
Julian says, morning. Oh.
Tiff says, yeah, didn't think so, Gary.
John Christmas is in. He says, morning, Julian, and rest of chat. Morning, John.
Hello, John.
GM says, Gary, Park Grace is Miss Grace in Korean. Grace Kim is her full name. Park means Miss in Korean. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, well, so I sort of skirted around it. But no, I do know of Grace Park, the actress, and due to my aged status, I got the two names mixed up. So apologies.
So you imagine watching Thunderbirds in Korea, it would be like, Parker. Yes, Park. Yeah. It'd be a bit confusing, wouldn't it?
And to all Koreans watching, we apologize. And to all marionettes watching, we apologize.
Yeah. All Jerry Anderson fans, we apologize. Tiff says, afternoon, John.
And JT says, when you guys were talking armor, did you know that the Japanese had a few German Tiger I tanks? I did know that. Then I saw an image of a Char 2C. Ungainly beast. At least the Caro Amato was better looking. Got through that all right, actually.
Caro Amato. It's Italian for tomato carrots. Tiff says, afternoon to everyone else. Please don't forget to hit the lube button, folks. Thank you all.
And apologies to all Italians watching.
Bob says, Chair Force One, enjoy. Please note that all the invective produced has been left out.
Thank you.
Explain.
I just said thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Effective project.
No further explanation needed.
No further explanation is needed. I think he means there's drain holes in there. So all the.
I was asking you about that yesterday, wasn't I? We talked about
Is it me? Is it me?
It is.
JT says August the 4th is Mrs. Thompson's birthday. She's English via Pennsylvania.
Ooh,
very good. Happy birthday on August 4th.
Scott says the spit was 3 months
to get to Australia.
Oh yes, okay, very good. That's good. I was just thinking sitting hawking for 3 months before you actually sort of bring it up. Yeah.
Oh God, it's going to be a long 2 hours.
Do you know what? If Airfix brought out their own version of the Beer Barrel Spitfire, I would quite happily build that.
Yeah,
because I quite enjoyed that, the ICM one. Weirdly. Tiff says, just a suggestion, Mikey, when going into one of the voice chats, maybe mention in the chat room so that people can join if they want. If I knew you were there, I would have joined you all. Good point. Well presented, because Gino did say that he didn't know whether he could join in or not. So
when's that? Yesterday.
Yeah. So with the smoke pit on Discord, if you see anyone in there or if you want to go in there, feel free. If me, Gary, and John and Tiff have something we need to discuss in private, we have our own channel that only we can get into. So if we need to discuss anything in private, we'll go into that one. So if we're in the smoke pit, just join in if you want. It's fine.
Yeah.
And JT said, what have I got this one? JT says, building another floaty sinky thing. Stay up. A dry dock for my Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse. It's part of a set from HMV.
Music shop.
They did music. They did a music shop.
His master's voice.
Oh, well. Mariam, why do you cook toast when I've just gone live? I'm going to smell toast all through the stream.
Or you're having a stroke.
No, she's cooking toast because she's going out in a minute.
Julian says, Gary, I thought the traditional Korean naming form was to put the family name first. Hence, Kim Jong-il's son was Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un, I should say.
Would his son be King Jong-dos then? And then his grandson, King Jong-tres. King Jong-tres.
Apologies to all our North Korean viewers.
They're not watching.
Not that we care. GM says, John M, apparently there is a sort of air day in September at RAAF base Richmond.
There is. It's an air show. RAF base Richmond is 100 years old as of about a month ago, and they're having an open day. And flying display and all that stuff. No, tomorrow, I believe it's a family day for one of the squadrons here, so it's a practice for that.
Yeah.
JT says, Gary Malcolm, my grandfather went to Durban 100 years ago, sailed on a ship called Tanganyika from Hamburg.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Tanganyika.
Oh, sorry. Julian says, joke. Colorblind lady of negotiable affection saw a blue light outside a police station. Male police officers had a hell of a surprise.
Only one problem with that joke. Women can't be colorblind. It's a male-only trait. It's part of them.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? I never knew that.
No, I didn't know.
Of course, they'd never own up to it anyway, would they? Moving on.
Because women have a much bigger perception of colours anyway. That colour perception. They can distinguish a lot more tones than what men can.
That green dragon flag behind you is fantastic, Mikey.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll go. So now Gary says, Julian, yes, correct. A lot of things are not known to the English-speaking peoples. Well, you're not wrong.
Julian says, typo intentional in the following. I use a smell chucker to avoid embarrassing smelling mistakes, and it seems to be broken.
You ruined it. You read it wrong. He says I used a smell checker to avoid. Oh, no, I can't do it.
On with the show.
Jim's in. Hello to our gracious hosts.
Hello, Jim.
And the 5 Bearded Veteran creates memberships. Gifted, very kind of you, Mum and Son.
Yeah, very kind.
Thank you very much.
You always are.
Yeah. Jim says, greetings to all the usual suspects in chat. Hello, Jim.
And Tiff says, thank you so much, Mum and Son train rail fans. Yeah, we really appreciate.
Yeah. Thank you, Tammy.
Bob asks, wasn't Grace Park in Battlestar Galactica?
She was. She was indeed.
Better Looking Marley says, greetings to the host of the Modmin and all in chat from Liverpool, folks. That's Liverpool, Sydney. Hey, calm down, Cobber. Calm down.
Yeah. There's a Liverpool and Sydney.
Julian says, Gary M, watching cricket is very confusing. According to a carer in southern India, the family name is last, but in the north it's first. Very confusing with first or last names displayed.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiff says hello to the other Marley, the better looking
Marley.
Jim says, just a thought, is it possible to 3D print the necessary parts to add an Airfix Bit 5 for the beer barrel version?
Yeah, you'd need to design them. You'd need to design the parts. I do know a man who can do 3D designing, but he's very busy.
Or
now.
Just get a beer barrel set
and stick it on there somehow.
Yeah. Or you can ask me, and I've got a beer barrel set left over from the beer barrel Spitfire we built.
We
I can
have,
put it in an envelope and send it over. No beer in it, though.
No.
Tariffs.
Yes. Is it your turn, John?
Sure, why not? John says, Mr. Thompson watches
Mrs. Thompson.
Mrs. Thompson. What did I say?
You misgendered his wife.
Apologies to Mrs. Thompson.
What did I say?
You misgendered his wife.
You said Mr. Thompson.
Did I? Okay, so I'll start again. Apologies to all our American friends. John says Mrs. Thompson watches with me. You could call this Scroob Tube.
Where we're going.
He deserves a sin bin for that.
Yeah, we kicked him out. There you go. Okay, bring him back. He served his time.
Patrick says the SN1 hovercraft took 9 months to get to Australia.
Well, wouldn't it?
It did have a long way to sail.
Sail, float.
Yeah, fly. Well, it doesn't float, does it? It's above it.
Julian says, or if you see me in the smoke pit and need a good laugh, feel free to join me. My audio sometimes sounds like a Smurf with its delicate bits in a vice.
It does. It's so funny.
That'd be a really small vice. Like the one I've got here. Look at this one. Isn't that nice?
I know. I've got a little desk one as well. Yeah. I've got a little anvil as well.
The little mini vice. Oh, gee, I'm fortunate. Aren't you fortunate I was wearing pants just now? Penny's in. She says, evening all.
Hello, Penny.
Hey, Penny. By the way, good news. Glad to see your news yesterday, Penny. I'm not going to say on here what it was because obviously it's your business, but well done. Julian says, hi, Penny, LTNS.
And JT says, you guys could build the crate from Chicken Run. Love that movie.
Yeah. Do you know what? I actually could. I've got the wood to do it.
Oh, there you go.
That's what she said.
Tiff
says, hello, Penny.
Penny says, Julian Hall, did you know that if you write in capitals, spell checker is disabled because it knows you're in a bad mood and doesn't want to get involved? True fact.
Oh.
Aussie Ian's in. He says, hi, big boys. Yeah, there's not a lot of big boy going on at the moment. There's a lot of apologising going on.
Yes. So Jim says, very generous of you, Tammy.
That came out as Timmy. Tammy.
Didn't it?
Apologies to Tammy.
Ian says, thank you to Tammy. John, shut the fuck up. Ian says, thank you to Tammy to gift the membership. So that, because you got a membership, that means that when we do the members only live stream next week, you will be able to join in because you'll have the corporals level membership.
Is it next week already?
You got the bloody agenda in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
You're the only person that's printed off, and you're the only one that doesn't know what's going on.
What did I say? What did I say before we went live? It works. It's up there, and then I forgot about it. Julian says, congrats, Shelfie and Mikey, offending 2 cities at once. Now, that's very efficient, or the opposite of efficient. Our work here is done.
Yeah.
Paul Price says, evening all.
Evening, Paul. Hobbit Time says, hi, guys. Hello, Hobbit.
And Julian says, I laugh my arse off, Penny.
Penny says, Mikey, you're free to share. Perhaps maybe a lesson to share with all.
Okay, so from what I recollect, from what I remember, because me and Penny discussed it, what happened was she was driving along and she got caught speeding about 4 or 5 times in one journey. And obviously, being a coach driver, if she'd lost a license, then that would have meant that she'd have lost a job and everything. Luckily, the company she worked for said that if you get a suspension, we'll bring you back as a driver after your suspension. And she found out yesterday that because she, held her hands up to it and everything, they said rather than banning her for a period of time, they're going to only suspend her license for 50 days.
Fantastic.
So she'll be have a month off and then go back to doing a normal job rather than have to look for another job.
Oh, great news, Penny. Well done.
Yeah.
Hey, to be honest.
Those stilettos did their work, Penny.
We're up to you, Mikey.
Hobby Time says, hi, Paul.
And Hobby Time says, hi, Jim.
Jim says, Julian Smurf with a delicate bits and advice sounds bloody painful. Wow, only a little.
This puts a whole new meaning on the word term blue balls, doesn't it? Paul says, hi, Gordon.
Apologies to all people in Smurfland.
Yes. Jim says, hey, Hobby Time.
Penny says, of course, my good news now means that I won't have to cancel my Telford trip.
Yay!
That was the one thing she was worried about that, and obviously, she could have had at least a 6-month ban, which would have meant she'd have had to look for another job whilst the ban was until the ban ran out. Luckily, she didn't have to do that. So, well done, Penny.
Yeah.
Teach you to keep an eye on your speeds. Jim says, greetings, Paul.
Paul says, evening, Jim.
Hobby Time says, thank you for the membership.
Jim says, you need to hear my audio when it stuffs up, Jim. Yeah, it's quite funny. Hello, Gary.
Oh, right, sorry, I was looking for damn good news, Penny, says Julian. We went round quick.
And Penny says, the news gets better. Work has actually moved me to bus shunting in the depot for 50 days. It'll be a reduction in pay, but it'll mean I'm earning. Well done.
Yeah, that's even better.
Fair play to the company as well.
Yeah,
well
yeah.
Joe says, Joe says, oh, speaking of which, we are doing buses on a Tuesday now. Joe says, going to have to take a nap after this. Woke up at 2 a.m. to watch the British Open for some.
Yes.
I wouldn't wake up at 2 a.m. for that.
GM says, Bobby and I are not responsible for you three on the screens. Whatever the medication is, it's not our doing.
Who says wrong medication? Maybe that's the problem. Did you just mock the afflicted?
Apologies to the afflicted. I am afflicted.
He's certainly bloody something. Is it your turn, John? Or...
Yeah, it's
why
John's
not?
turn.
Paul says that's good news, Penny.
Oh.
John says, are Lego models real models? Hoping I'm not touching off a debate. I've seen people airbrush them. We've got the Airfix quick build kits that people airbrush and stuff. So
do they?
Yeah.
I would say Lego is a form of modelling.
It is.
I wouldn't say it's scale modelling, but it is modelling.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I'm not going to disparage Lego. They know what they're doing. Huge following, so no, I'm not going to. I'm going to offend countries, but not Denmark today.
and Tiff says, I'd say yes, John, because you're still building.
Yeah. Penny says, yeah, my manager has been so good to me since I've been there. I praise any manager who can put up with my shite for that length of time. Not suggesting I could be moody cow at times. Oh.
John says, you guys should do a Lego build. I wouldn't build Lego because it's too expensive, but I have got like the knockoff version of it to build as a tank.
Yeah. And Tiff says, too expensive, unfortunately, John. Yeah, the price of a a decent Lego kit is astronomical in the UK.
Plus, we've got the next 9 months worth of bills planned already.
I've got a Lego set in the cupboard over here. A friend of mine had it valued, or he looked at it on an auction site. Apparently, people have sold it for $3,000, which is insane.
Well, I used to work
Jim says some Lego models are very expensive.
I worked in Toys R Us at one point, and they had the Simpsons house there, and just the Simpsons house kit was about £300. It was ridiculous. Penny says, John Thompson. See, got it right. Didn't say John Thomas. I suggest that anything including Lego that involves building is still modelling, just not the same standard as, say, mini art kits. Yeah.
And Julian says, I am afflicted. Keep it up and you will be, Shelfie. Lol. I'm joking, of course. No, I'm already afflicted.
We've reached the end of the comments.
Yay!
Oh, no, he did. One more.
Go on.
Ian says, yes, I had to airbrush my QB red arrows. It was not red, but a bit pink. Looks amazing now. QB red arrow.
Quick build.
JT says, Mikey saw Lego Tiger 1. Yeah. Cool.
Train.
We're on a roll. And Scott says, and this one. Right. On to the desks.
Woo woo. All right. Okay. So I need to. I'm going to do a couple more decals. So I'm going to find a little plate.
Penny says she's waiting for us to say end of comments. My little box of bits.
Back in a second.
To do. Now that, because Revell very kindly, the day after I requested it, sent me the wheels I was missing.
I need to do another thank you.
I
don't know whether Dave is watching, but Dave, our Models for Heroes group, made me this. And it says on it, and I know the words are all there are about face on there, and I'll read it out. He said, Gary's stable table. When one approaches the challenging years and you require a little more help avoiding model spillages. Isn't that nice?
It is. It's lovely.
He made another 6 of them and brought them to the group, and we all had one each.
Sweet.
And that was so nice of him. So I now have a stable
people do that, isn't
it? He's a nice man.
Wonderful man. Jim says, rumour has it that a mini art model kit of the Tiger 1 contains more parts than the actual vehicle. That would not surprise me. Did you know that 6 steam locomotives get the flu? Patrick says he ordered the bus kit from Frontline. Should be here on Monday so I can build along with you guys. Fantastic. If you're on the Discord, Patrick, make sure you put pictures up, mate, so we can see how you're getting on. It's always nice when people join in. We've got a few group builds and stuff planned. Right, that looks like the bell. Bob says, can I start a fight? When did transfers become decals? I always associate decals with sticky back plastic markings. Well, that decals aren't sticky back plastic markings. That'd be transfers. Transfers, you transfer it from one medium to the other. Decals don't. They melt onto the plastic. They become part of it. Ian says, laughing my ass off, Jim. Waitrose says, afternoon all. Good afternoon, Waitrose.
All right, Gary.
John's just piddling about, doing his thing. Doing his ting-ting. John, Patrick's ordered the omnibus, so you can build along with us. How cool is that?
Very cool.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing his work.
From Frontline.
Yeah. Penny says, I was going to tell you a joke about fish and herbs, but as this is a modelling stream, I thought it would be inappropriate. But there is a time and a place for everything. Very good.
Oh,
I've just got that.
JT says, if anybody ever argues about being upside down, we all have our feet on the ground. That's true. Jim says, "Jolly good Halifax, Mr. Evans. Hurrah!" Very good.
Yeah. He's getting quite good at this modelling malarkey, isn't he?
Yeah. One might almost call him professional. I will get my words out.
He's more professional than we are.
It's not difficult. We just do it for shits and giggles, mate. Right. Is it better with my light on? It's about the same, to be honest. Just means I can see things easier. Graham says, "Afternoon all, lunch visit." Nice.
Hi, Graham.
Well, don't forget to lube. GM says, "John M, it's Australian dollars, $40 to enter the RAF Air Day. I'm not saying $40 to look at, not paying $40 to look at stuff I once played with. There are no passes for ex-RAF. What are your thoughts on this?"
Yeah, I think. I wouldn't expect to get in for free. $40. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go. Like you, I've seen it, touched it, I've flown on most of it, and I don't think I'll be going. But yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $40 for anything you've played and touched with either.
Yeah. Yeah, fair call.
To be fair, it's Fairford this weekend, Royal International Air Tattoo, and the prices to get into that are a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very
And
expensive.
that's why I don't go to those things. Wonderful. JT says, "Heard cricket before and remember this line. That was wicked googly."
What?
Yep. That's a thing.
Yes. Patrick says, "I'm in Maryborough, Victoria, John."
There you go. Didn't know that.
Now
Very
you
cool.
do.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Bob says, "Aha, Patrick, beat you to it. My bus is due tomorrow." Hey.
Oh, no. How many of them?
How many?
Well, he was talking about ordering all four.
All 4,000.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't realise that it had the 1-to-1 scale written on it. Ian says, "Yeah, Gary, those mustachio pilots in the Halifax are fun."
They're the ones from Hello. Hello.
Carstairs. Graham says, "I get a discount for Riot through work and it's still bloody expensive." Yeah. We went with cadets, but I wouldn't go now because I'm a cheapskate. And I don't have that much interest in aircraft.
What?
Bob says, "Only one bus." And JT says, "Is it a magic bus?" Probably.
It's driven by a strand beast. In fact, the passengers are all strand beasts.
Either that or the stranded.
Stranded.
That's where that goes. Right. Okay.
That's what you should.
Oh, you are a child.
There's. I had not a crisis, but a thing occurred. So this is changing subject from the train to the Victor, which I'm doing off, because I can.
Which you're doing for you.
Because
right. So yeah. So the thing is, where is it? Where's it? This is it. The scheme I'm doing is this one. So the waterline of the camouflage is higher than all the other ones. Right, you can see the difference there. Well, there and there. Right. And you can see how the fairing under the V-tail there is grey. Well, unfortunately, I came across a photo of the actual thing, and as you can see, that fairing is white. So I had to go back and paint it white. That's okay. That's now occurred. But the trouble is, the wing has Cushman carrots on it, and the picture of this one in the instructions there does not have the carrot. So there's a carrot there, that hump there, but it doesn't have a carrot there on the wing.
Yeah.
So this is the only part of the Cushman carrots I've got left in the kit, because I threw out the sprue with the other bits on it because I thought, I don't need them anymore. So they went in the bin on Monday and the bin was empty Tuesday. So I can't do it with the carrots. I can't make it look real.
Oh no!
I know. But oh well. What's coming along though?
JT says, love The Who. GM says, The Who, the band. GM says, John M. Nah, I won't. Can you give me a chance, Modest? Bloody hell. Last air day was $25, and that was car parking, $25 to enter. But nothing was running. I watched the flying from the roof of our house. Yeah,
that would do it.
Bob says, John, it might be a miracle bus. I tend to grasshopper between projects, which makes them take a lot longer than they should. Yeah, we do that on here. Julie said, good afternoon, Commander Evans. I have the Halifax video on my tabs to watch after this. This is the thing, right? If you look at when we do our builds, we generally take about 12 episodes to do them. So that's 24 hours. So if we're working at the same pace, but we're doing it all at once, we'd have each model finished in a day. Which is why they look shit. But Julie says, good afternoon, Commander Evans. I have the Halifax. I've just read that one. Come on.
Yeah, but you did it so well. Why not do it a second time?
Yeah. Daff says, Paul has been transferred to our main hospital here a couple of days ago. His cellulitis has flared up, so he's battling that as well. Poor Paul.
Oh, dear.
Oh, poor Paul.
Not much bloody luck, is he?
Speedy recovery.
Yes.
Thanks for letting us know, Daff.
Yeah. Keep us up to date.
And how are you? Because you've not been so well either.
No.
Ian says, I was watching a live stream of Riot earlier. I wondered how much it was to get in. If it's more than a reasonable price, they can politely get stuffed. Yes. Johnny says, I got Tommy on the brain now. Great musical.
It is.
There's a few people that live stream Riat. Plains TV live stream Thursday and Friday and Monday, but don't actually live stream the actual air show. But a guy called Nikos, otherwise known as Ted Coningsby, is down there, and he's going to be live streaming it all, I think. He's the guy that does a lot of stuff from, funnily enough, Coningsby.
Yeah.
What?
He's quite good.
Oops, easy. JT says, Captain Walker flew in a Lancaster. I don't know. Jim says, wishing and hoping the best for Paul. Yeah.
Yes. Cellulitis is not nice.
No. In fact, it nearly ended one of our friends, didn't it?
Yeah, nearly ended Mick. Anyway.
It's not that we're saying that that's going to happen.
Let's try and cheer Paul up and not apologies to Paul.
Squaddy humour came through again. Sorry. GM says, was watching Riot highlights and wondered how much it cost to get in. Not been to any air shows for a while now. Yeah. To me, it's a plane. It's a plane. It's a plane.
Suppose you didn't turn up in your Mustang, Gary.
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Gary.
Hobby Time says, £75 to get into Riot on Sunday. Wow. Sod that for a game of marbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, I'd pay that because I'd see things that I don't usually see.
Yeah, we could stand in the field next door and see it anyway for nothing.
Yeah. You could stand in the car park.
Or do what I do. Watch it on telly.
Yeah. You do realise that 75 quid is probably going to prop up the MOD and stuff.
No. We don't do politics.
Well,
they can't afford shoes for the RAF, so they're charging everyone 75 quid to get on the camp. When they could get in for free with a scooter. Why
I
go to
apologise to all
75
politicians, but it goes against the grain, so I won't.
No.
Yes.
Why pay 75 quid to get into Fairford when you can get into Bryce for free? John says, I remember Anne Margaret and the chocolate and beans in Tommy, Tina Turner and Sir Elton John were in 2.
You were.
And Margaret. Ooh.
Daft says, I'm not so bad. I've been too worried about Paul to notice. Thanks for the comments. It's all right. We hope you both feel better soon. It's no fun.
Yeah,
You know.
you're having a rough time with it lately.
Yeah. Ooh. That's not coming apart. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right. Oh, yeah.
Ian says £75 is insulting. I want to watch planes and walk amongst them, not pay someone's mortgage off.
Exactly.
And then they'll charge you £10 for a burger or something that's...
It's because it's got all the stalls and that in there, isn't it?
No, I know.
But...
I know a lot of it
Wow.
goes to the RAF Benevolent Fund, and I'm not belittling the work they do, because they're a fantastic organisation. But in this day and age, the price is...
Yeah, they got to be reasonable, haven't they?
Yeah. And, oh no, don't say it's got to cover the costs of all that, because a lot of it is sponsored.
Yeah.
British Aerospace do a lot of the sponsorship. Well, I think, is it Rockwell do a lot of it?
Lockheed and things.
Lockheed and Rockwell and Lockheed
Yeah.
Martin, yeah. So,
and to be fair, a lot of the international air forces actually bid to go and take part in it, don't they? Because it raises their profile.
Yeah.
So they get money for that as well. JT says, I was thinking of him just now. Who were? Oh, Mr. Tanker. I see. Julie says, last time I went to an air show, 2013 in Swansea, the sodding BBMF Lancaster flew over the house whilst I was out. Mum had a better view than I did.
yeah, it flew over our house last weekend with black smoke belching from one of the engines.
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear about that, yeah.
Phil says, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks to who or whomever gifted me a sub. That was Tammy. Yeah. Mom and son rail fans. So, as I said before, for your membership, it means that when we do the members live on the 23rd, Gary, next week, I believe I tabled it in for.
Gary's probably
actually,
double booked on that day.
Have I not?
No, actually, yes. Apologies to me. It goes 14th of July, 21st of July, 28th of July.
On the Wednesday?
It doesn't... Oh, hang on.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hobby Time says he
Delay that last apology.
So
was sat on some hay bales when
hang
two
on, John.
MiG-29s...
Hang
I'm more
on.
than half finished the comment.
Just hang on. Yeah, you started when we were halfway through the conversation.
Sweet.
Gary, Mikey wants to make a big thing out of it, my boo-boo.
So, no, I just want to clarify. Did I put the 23rd or not?
You put it on as the Wednesday, not the date.
Right, yeah, because I put the date to the week
Yes,
beginning.
yes, I know.
Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, next Wednesday, 23rd, 12 till 2, we have a members only live where we can discuss the channel. You can have your input and things like that. You can give us your point of views and discuss things you'd like to see on the channel and things.
I won't be there because I'll have forgotten.
Yes. He'll be sat in the corner calling himself Deirdre.
Deirdre.
Right, now you can read it out, John.
Righto. Hobby Time says he was sat on some hay bales when two MiG-29s crashed. Two MiG-29s crashed. Pilot landed next to us.
Oh.
See, I had trouble that time. It would have been okay if I read it the first time.
Oh, did I scare you?
What always impressed me about that crash was, well, A, they both survived. One of the pilot, you see him just after he's landed, stands up, opens his flying suit pocket, gets out a packet of fags, and strikes one up.
How very Russian.
The one that impressed me was the British Harrier crash in Afghanistan.
Oh, what?
Why?
It literally pancaked and just slid down the runway. And you can literally see the pilot just sat there going, oh my God. And then he finally ejected.
He went on to become the leader of the Red Arrows.
Yeah. Fair play to him. I'd have gone ground, boom, out. Sod the plane, I'm out of here.
You just see his mind process going through his head. I've got this. I haven't got this. Bye.
Well, he said his thought process was the aircraft's not exploded, so I should be okay. And then he started noticing that there's flames in the cockpit, so that's when he decided to bang out. But he was actually trying to ride it out. Because he decided it was better to do that than try and eject and risk getting injured.
Balls of steel.
Yep, different breed, our pilots. They're not human. Jim says, JT, do you remember Anne Margaret's character from the Flintstones? She was named Anne Margrock. Let's not forget Mick Jaston and the Rolling Boulders. Oh.
Cool.
Oh, is that in Viva Rock Vegas?
Oh, I don't know.
And of course, Anne Margaret was in Viva Las Vegas with Elvis Presley.
Yeah. My mum likes Elvis Presley.
Elvis probably liked your mum.
I doubt it. JT says, awesome, Jim. Hi, by the way. GM says, if you're displaying your aircraft, it's free fuel. The refueling crews happily fill my Mustang to the brim. Drop tanks as well. Woohoo.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because the sponsors pay for fuel, don't they?
Yeah.
Well,
JT says, Jim, didn't they do a Flintstone version of Frank Sinatra? Probably. Jim says, lived near the lakefront a few decades back. Used to go up to the roof for a few of the annual Air and Water Show. Cool. The ones in America are really cool, aren't they? Where they're doing by the lakes and stuff, because they have the helicopters coming in with dropping special forces and all sorts.
Picking them up on that long rope, which always seems an arse about way of getting out somewhere, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So Julian says, Mikey, your camera is mirrored again. It's the right way around for me. I just noticed that all the letters are back upwards. Have you and John swapped? Lol. That's a correct way around now.
Yeah, it's because I read ahead and changed it.
Right.
He read ahead.
Jim says, John, yes, I did. Most every popular movie star and musician was featured in the show. Ian says, that's next Wednesday, 23rd of July. After the stream, right. Graham says, last air show I was at was Flying Legends at Duxford. Awesome day out with more Merlins and Griffins than you could shake a stick at.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's the one where they get the big formation of Spitfires and Hurricanes flying over, isn't it? There are about 16 of them.
Bob says, Julian, I attended that in 2019. Missed it this year due to yuckiness, but my offspring attended this year.
Ooh, the offspring?
We sent a sample jar, I guess. I don't know.
Dude! That's grim.
Don't blame me. Gary says, Battle of Britain Memorial Flights Lancaster runs on 2 Rolls-Royce Merlins and 2 Packard Merlins. They've been fighting to keep the engines behaving.
Yeah.
John says, when they show views of modelers and directions, you need the furry monster hand like in Monty Python. Yep, sure do. And at Jim, they did the same thing with the Jetsons. Julian says, Tatty by all, luncheon carer here, may catch the end.
See you later, Julian.
Oi.
John's said he's heard the sound of a piston engine plane one day. It was a B-25 flying overhead. Oh.
I've got a B-25 to build.
As do I. I've got a 48 scale HK models
in my stash.
Jim says, John, yes, they did. Both the Jetsons and the Flintstones are favourites of mine to this day.
Ooh, cool.
And Jim says his favourite Jetsons character was the dog Astro. All right, you'd be able to help. Who was the little alien with a little pointy nose in that show? Little green dude, I think. Hovering in midair. Phil says, crikey, Mikey, reading ahead, you'll be planning ahead next. You'll be planning ahead next.
Oh, we've planned 9 months ahead.
Ian likes the B-25 too.
I didn't think they did. I didn't think they did the second one.
I don't know. John asks, RAF B-25s? No, I'll be doing.
Well, we won't.
Orbity, John? Oh, and Bob's got a Doolittle Raid B-25 there, which I think was. I think FX did a boxing of the Doolittle Raid. Not sure.
Probably.
Jimmy Doolittle.
You winner of the Thompson Trophy in the GB Racer.
Right. How the hell do you get them two to connect?
Oh, reading books. Oh, I see what you mean.
Introduce them first.
Ha 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 ha! Hilarious. Jim says, Julian, it's 1 o'clock and time for lunch. Tum-tee-tum-tee-tum.
When the sun goes down on the Miami bench, I can almost hear them talk.
There's always been Ethel. Gotta wake up. It's time to tidy your room now.
Just tidy room now.
I know what I like, and I like what I know.
And I think all of America is saying, what the hell are they talking about?
They're not the only one.
Genesis song.
Peter Gabriel.
I wouldn't really know.
Called I Know What I Like. John says Orbity had the spring feet. Kevin building a B-25 now. Ooh.
Nice.
Bob says 148th Academy B-25. B. John says Rosie was my favorite character in the Jetsons. Jim says B-25 Mitchell, my favorite medium of World War II, followed closely by many others.
Followed by, in a raid, they were followed closely by many others.
Yeah. Right. Oh, for fuck's sake.
5 more minutes.
Hey?
Go for 5 more minutes.
1 hour. We're at 1 hour and 5 minutes.
No, you went for.
You said for.
And I said for 5 more minutes. Oh my God.
16.
As I've said before, how can I soar like an eagle when I'm surrounded by shite orcs?
There's always been Ethel.
You got to wake up inside your room now.
I know not what. Am I having a stroke again, or have you just done this?
No. But I know what I like.
And I like what I know.
JT says Kevin loved the B-25 in Forever Young.
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
Jim says John Thompson. Rosie, forgot about her. GM says the Duxford Balboa Spitfires, Mustangs, etc. are a large flight of aircraft in close V's of 3. It concerns me because not enough practice rehearsal is done and multi-pilot. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Hobby Time says, I wonder what Airfix are going to come out with on the 18th. Yes, they're doing an announcement, aren't they? I think it's going to be another scheme for the TR9. that they've just done.
148th Wessex.
So I reckon because they've got the TR9, the two-seat Spitfire, that's able to be built into a Mark 9 Spitfire. And I think they're going to release a Mark 9 Spitfire with beer barrels because the little announcement thing had beer.
Possibly.
But I've been wrong before.
Yeah. My mate's son's just graduated university. I can remember him being born. Now I feel old. God damn.
Oh. How does that make you feel?
Old. Almost as old as Gary. Kevin says, my favourite plane is a Mozzie. Jim says, B-25 is featured in the slightly odd film Catch-22. Do you know what? I love the book Catch-22. I think it's brilliant. We've got 27 people watching. Yeah, we've got 27 people watching in a minute. Don't forget to lube if you haven't already, especially Ian. It's a really good book.
Oh, for God's sake.
I enjoy it. It's very funny. Jim says, Benji! Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people and big boys. Ooh. Jim says, good day, Duke.
Oh, crikey.
Kevin says, for White Rose's sake, I hope it's White Rose's sake, I hope it's Halifax. Duke says, good day, Jim. Graham says, Kevin Trainer, totally agree, simply beautiful. Hobby Simon says, 172nd Lincoln, kissy, kissy, kissy. Or Lincoln 30, one or the other. Duke says, I'm all lubed up too, Mikey.
Lovely.
Yes. Ian says, oi, I already liked. Well, hey. John says, went to an air show at Teterborough, saw the B-17 and the Heinkel HE-111. Nice. So, for anyone new to the channel, yes, we're building big boy locomotives, and we like trains. Well, me and John do. But we are not train nerds in that we don't know every nut, bolts, and calculation. We're just a group of guys that like to have fun scale modeling. So we do different builds 4 times a week. Well, 3 builds a week. And then on a Monday, we have a panel show where we just chat crap whilst we're making models.
But we are nerds.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. Wait Rose says, already told Dale that if it's a Halifax and he hasn't invited me, I'll take it very personally. He says he's prepared for it. He's a good lad, this Dale.
Yeah, we like Dale.
Yes. Jim says, wait Rose, if invited by Airfix, will he wear a tuxedo? Knowing Wait Rose, probably.
No, he'll be wearing his Gary stuff attire, won't he?
Oh, yeah. Either that or his blue suit. And he can turn up with a glass of Chardonnay or something.
Or his blue suit.
Yeah. No, if it's his blue suit, then it's got to be a glass of single malt whiskey in his hand with a cigar in the other hand.
He only has a cigar when he finishes his holiday.
Tiff has put the merch store link up. Thank you very much, Tiff. So yeah, do go and check that out. There's 50 designs on there, and there's all different stuff for each design. Wait, Rose says, no, I'd wear the new blue suit for certain. Hey, see? You have to turn up with a single malt, cigar, and big fat stogie in your hand. And then walk and go, good morning, Dale, dear boy. With your pocket watch on and everything. Jim says, wait, Rose, better yet, wear your Walter Payton jersey. JT says, if you work on Horton, do you hear a who? Would be funny if you were listening to the who.
Who?
Ooh, I need to put the ladders on this. Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
See, I know some music. I know Genesis because it's one of my favorite groups. I actually like my favorite album of theirs is "Selling England by the Pound" and "Nursery Crimes."
Ah,
I really like them.
I reckon Foxtrot of the early ones is my favorite.
That's because
Stuff
you're
is
wrong.
ready. Oh, sublime. It's because I'm a what?
It's because you're wrong.
God, that hour went quick.
It has, hasn't it? Jim, no. Wait, Rose says, got a delivery of Galleria paints yesterday. Going to try the almond green pearl finish on the Airfix Aston Martin. Ooh, that sounds good.
Ooh.
Nice one, Gary.
Jim says, JT, I can say that I did not hear one hoot whilst building my Horton 229. I've got a Horton 229 to build. Yay. JT says, Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel were amazing, Mikey. They were.
They really were.
And do you know what? His son, Phil Collins' son, is just as good a drummer as Phil Collins ever was. And I think he's going to do really well. And apparently when he was doing, because Phil obviously started teaching him drums when he was really small. And one of the things he always said to him every time was get your earplugs in. Never ever play your drums without earplugs in. Because he said he never ever wants his son to go through the physical pain and hearing loss and stuff that he has, because he didn't do things like that. And he didn't have it.
Yeah.
He didn't have the drum kit set up so that it wasn't going to damage him and hurt him and things.
All good.
So he said always make sure that you got it set up so that you're comfortable. And
Just going to wash the brush.
Yeah. GM says the saga of the beer barrels on the Spitfire a PR for wartime morale. The actual barrels were empty during flight because of weight and drag. 2 clean drop tanks used by the Hurricanes carried the beer. There we go. Jim says all Genesis records mentioned were made with the lineup Banks, Hackett, Collins, Rutherford, and Gabriel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, the early stuff is, I think, the best stuff. The earliest stuff.
Gary says, Gary says, to be fair, he was also sitting next to some massive speaker stacks as well.
Exactly. Well, one of the things he said about, because his wrists and that are knackered, aren't they? Because he's got carpal tunnel in his wrist and all sorts. And he said one of the things that's really accelerated that was there's one song where he had to do drums on a synthesizer. But back then, synthesizer drum kits didn't have the rubber plates on them. They actually had the hard ceramic ones. So the vibration used to really hurt his wrists. So he said now, hopefully, it shouldn't be a problem for youngsters. But he said he thinks that's probably what caused a lot of the damage in his wrist and in his neck and things because of the shock. JT says, I have hearing aids from machinery. Can relate to that story. Yeah.
Right.
Jim says, GM, once again, the Hurricane steps in to do the job of the Spitfire cannot. Yeah. But don't tell the Spitfire enthusiasts that. JT says, Jim, they repaired the Hurricanes easily in the field after sorties. Yeah, because they were only made out of canvas and wood, weren't they? Oh, wow. We just went up to 30 and gone back down to 28. So that's cool. We've got lots of viewers today.
Lovely.
Well, unfortunately, Gary, that means we're going to have to do more trains because it attracts more viewers.
Woo, woo. Mind the gap.
I think Gary would probably resign. Either that or he's already topped himself. He's gone very quiet.
I'm concentrating.
What, on how not to do another train?
Trying to do the tracks.
Oh, the tracks. Yeah, I need to finish mine. I've done one half. Shit.
These decals take forever to separate from the backing sheet.
Yeah. I've not got to them yet. Jim says, wait, Rose, yes, indeed, Gary. Back in the concert days, masses of Marshall amplifiers stacked together on stage. Yeah. Health and safety wasn't a thing back then, was it?
So what I've done is
It was a tomorrow person problem.
I've done the rails with AK dark aluminium.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do when that's dried, I'm going to do the top of the rail. I'm going to go over it with aluminium. So it's a different shade.
Oh, okay.
Doing the rails with pens is an extremely quick way. The actual rails themselves, all the sleepers and all that took forever. The rails, doing it with the pens, takes seconds.
Yeah. Duke says, Jim, don't diss my beloved Spitfire.
Yeah, Jim.
To start a war. Waitrose says, we never wore ear defenders on the range or anywhere else, so I'm lucky to have any here and there. Well, this is the thing, right? When I was in, we had to wear ear defenders on the range. But when you're out on the ground, you didn't wear ear defenders.
I always remember as a runway controller, I sat 224 feet from the runway edge.
Yeah.
You know, at the threshold. And you've got tornadoes and hawks and jaguars and all
things that make lots of noise.
Yeah. So no wonder I struggle sometimes. You didn't have ear defenders, you had a headset, but that was about as there was no such thing as noise cancelling.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, they probably do have that now, don't they? Oh wow, 31 people watching. Welcome. If it's your first time commenting, say hi to us. Or first time in here, do say hi. Jim says, Duke, not dissing it, Duke, merely pointed out some of the shortcomings. Ooh, that's risky. Jim says, earplugs under headphones is, for me, mandatory at concerts. Quo in the early days were very loud, speaker units set low, or the recent vertical out front is far safer. Yeah. There's a few times where I've been asked to go on photograph gigs, so I've been in the photographer's pit at the front, and I forgot my earplugs, and my ears were ringing for about 2 days afterwards because it was a rock gig. Oh, let's see Gary's tracks.
The tracks.
Do you know what? I actually like that earth color better than the stone color that I've done.
Yeah. So it still needs the aluminium just to give the top rails a polish.
Yeah.
Top of the rails a polish, but I'm quite pleased with them.
Well done, buddy.
This one, the rails haven't been done yet.
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah.
Well done, buddy. Are you fixing them onto a base, or are you just leaving them?
No, they'll be going on the base.
Yeah.
It's all about the base.
Yeah. It's all about the base. This is the year of the base, isn't it?
The year of the base. The year of the diorama.
Yes.
The year.
So next month we shall be creating a train shed.
Shit.
Duke says, only joking, Jim. Ha ha ha. The Hurricane is my second favorite. Jim says, Duke, no worries, Duke. Everything said with humor and all due respect. Yeah. Wait Rose says, Motorhead were the loudest I ever heard at Hammersmith Odeon. Yeah. One of my favorite local bands is one's called Before Time. And they do covers like Metallica and things like that. And they played Wherever I May Roam. And it was brilliant. Because it was an indoor one in like an old warehouse. And the whole everyone in the building was, all the audience, whenever it got to the concert, they all, the chorus, they all sang it all together. And it was brilliant being in a photographer's pit watching and listening to it. John says, Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Rock you like a Spitfire. Doesn't quite work. Yeah. Kevin says, what time is the 18th? On the 18th, is Airfix making the announcement? Ooh, good question.
Bloody well like.
Gary may know what time.
If it's Dale, it could. If it's Dale, then it could be past whenever. past a freckle. Jim says Duke would definitely prefer the Spitfire if dealing with an FW190 or Zero.
I would prefer a Sea Fury.
I would prefer to be in the army. GM says a lot of double stack speakers, only half are generally used. The decibel levels in a C130H at the rear exceed 155 units. My hearing survived the experience.
Yeah, it's very clever how they designed the C130 to have all the engine noise. It's designed in such a way that it all goes into the inside of the aeroplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that.
Duke says, Jim, what are your top 5 planes?
Well, the plane of enlightenment.
Yes.
The astral plane.
Yeah. Wood plane. Jim says, wait, Rose. Yes, indeed, Gary. I saw Motorhead for the first American tour in 1981. Very loud. Yeah. Wait, Rose said it's 9 a.m. British Standard Time, allegedly.
Bloody hell.
So it could be 9 p.m.
A question for you two gentlemen and anyone else who would care to comment.
Yeah.
So I'm putting decals on. So it's decal number 1 or 16, depending on which serial number train I'm going for.
Yes.
But it's pointing at this little dingus here. So you've got at the front there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the crest, I guess you'd call it, goes immediately at the front in the crest-shaped receptacle.
Yeah.
But this is 1 on 16 is pointing to the bit behind that, which is a lamp.
What the?
Where would the decal go?
Right on the front. It looks to me it's telling you to put it on the front.
But there's 2 of them. But it's got a diagonal bit like it does up there. But for that bit there, it doesn't look large enough to fit these decals.
What the hell?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Can't help you there, buddy.
What the hell's happening there?
Quite terrible, in fact.
That's cool. Freaking hell.
What's the matter, Mikey?
That did not stick.
The front bogey assemblies come off. It's hanging on by like one bit. Ian, sorry, go on.
Are you having trouble with your bogies?
Yeah. I just picked it up and it's hanging off. I was like, what the hell? Ian says, was that sung by Scorpions, John? Jim says, Duke, I will post them in chat on BBC Discord. Cool. John says, Ian, a huge Scorpions fan. Duke says, Gary and John, what are your top 5 too? Mikey, do you have 5 too?
Top 5 aeroplanes for me. Right. Number 5 would be a Vulcan. Number 4 would be Harrier. Number 3 would be a Spitfire. Number 2 would be a Victor. And number 1 would be the C-130.
Holy crap.
Aircraft for me, I don't know about in what order, but yeah, C-130, Spitfire, Hurricane, I'm not sure, to be honest. Tornado. And a Harrier. I just think they're cool.
All right. Yeah, so number one, I'll go backwards. Number one would be the Herc, the C-130, because it has to. I've worked on them for 15 years. The Jaguar, Sepcat Jaguar is my favourite jet aircraft. I just love the shape of it. F-15 Eagle, you've got to love that wing shape. The Spitfire, doesn't really matter what mark, but I like simplicity. So I'll go a mark probably 5C for that one. Why not? The P-51 would certainly be up there. I think it's just incredible. What else can I put? A Lysander. I am a fan of a Lysander. Just because it's...
We just happen to have them in our stash.
Yeah, but it's an interesting design in that, whereas the Fieseler Stork was designed to fly slow, the Lysander was designed to fly slow and quick. It was totally obsolete when it came to certain roles and all that sort of stuff, but obviously it was then best adapted for another role. And I'd love that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And it was the first aircraft that the RAF 3 Squadron flew when they went to the Middle East in World War II.
JT says, John, the numbers go on the headlight.
On the headlight, but there's two of them.
Two different numbers?
No, it's one decal with two numbers. That's what he's saying.
No, it's two decals. Well, I don't know.
Without looking at them, mate, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I know.
At the minute, I'm trying to hold
Oh,
this together.
bloody Google it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, just
Have
look
a
at the
look at
front. Google
How
put a
radical.
picture of the front end.
Bloody
Duke says, thanks,
idiot.
Jim.
I'm sitting on the internet.
Duke says, thanks, Jim. Graham says, have fun, everyone. I'm off back to the grindstone. Don't work
Alright,
too hard,
buddy.
Graham. Jim says, Michael Schenker, oh my God. Michael Schenker, the Teutonic Twang Bar King. There you go. JT says, Gary, which C-130 was the best? USAF, RAF, or IDF? RAF. I'm going to say that. It was RAF for 23 years. Jim says, be seeing you, Graham.
Oh,
I think the Storm Chaser one is quite cool. Storm Chaser.
We used to have one.
So, yes, it
We
does
used to have
go
one,
either side of the headlight.
Yeah, used to have a C-130 when I was at Lynham, which belonged to the. It was crewed by the RAF, but it belonged to the Met Office, and it was called Snoopy. That was a sight to see. With a big probe on the front and a massive radar housing on top, and yeah. JT says, Jim, loved Wind of Change, was in my head when I was in Berlin at the Brandenburg Gate. I take it we're talking Scorpions now.
Possibly. Oh, don't post it.
Gary's stuff says, number 5, Vulcan, number 4, Sea Fury, number 3, Harrier, number 2, TSR2, and in number 1, English Electric Lightning.
Did I not say Lightning or TSR2? God, there's so many planes to choose from.
Not off. John says number boards. John.
Number boards. Very good. Yeah. Thank you. Got it. Yes. Love the Hornet. So easy to work on, but it's not up there with my favorites. Just aesthetically, I think there's some. It's incredible. Well, let's face it. It's the only plane I've flown supersonic in, so I do love it, but it's not in the top 5.
Yeah. Ian Ellison says Wind of Change was massive here in the UK. It was. It's a very good song. And GM says, my favourite aircraft are the ones I own. Oh! You can't top that.
No.
Jim says, I have a place in my heart for transport and recon utility aircraft. Thing is, they're not sexy enough for popular aviation enthusiasts. For most, it's only fighters and bombers. Yeah, but they do important jobs.
I'm the same with military vehicles, you know. I'm not really interested in stuff like the Challenger 2 and Challenger 3 and the Boxer and things like that and Striker. I'm interested in the World War One stuff. Like the Mark 5 tank's popular, but I like the Mark 1, and I like the FWD Type B trucks and things like that, the cargo trucks and things. I think they're a lot more interesting. Yeah. Anyway,
Jim says Schenker was in the Scorpions and UFO. Ian Allison says Sails of Charon is my favourite Scorpion song. JT says, John, funny you got it before my comment was read, lol.
Number boards, yeah. Sorry, yeah. But thanks for your help there. I was actually lost. I couldn't work it out. But no, it's fine. It's gone on. Let's see.
Caught up with the comment. Excuse me.
Right. Now,
John Thompson says, Striker, lol. I think that's a not airplane. Airplane 2, I believe.
Okay, so here's a fun fact, and I still don't know why. Airplane, the movie, was not called that in Australia. It was called Flying High, but I have no idea why.
Oh.
Possibly Airplane was, I don't know. It's apparently Australia's the only place where it was called another name. They called it Flying High.
Oh, wow.
And then Flying High 2.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Striker.
Mighty good-looking train there, John. JT says, no problem, John.
Yeah, John always does a better job than us. Bastard.
Gary Markham says the Royal Australian Air Force C-130H number 002 was the fastest and highest flyer. Last I saw it in 2002, it was the slowest and covered in skin plates on top of the main wings. It was very sad to see. Yeah,
they did. They worked their whole life. They're great aircraft.
And Tiff says, for those that don't know, Charon is the boat from the River Styx that transports the souls to the other side. So that's where you have to pay the ferryman.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, there you go. From Scorpions to Christaberg.
Yeah.
Hobby Time says Mile High. Not for a long time.
Cripes.
I bet GM's Mile High, isn't it?
Duke Wellington says I picked a bad week to give up. Flying High was a funny movie.
Oh, fantastic.
JT says, tell me everything that happened until now, lol. Ian says, thanks, Tiff. I didn't know that.
Oh, I was wondering where that was.
And Phil says, when it comes to armour, I love the D-Day Funniest and Bridge Layers and the other Avery. Yeah, I must admit, I like the Avery stuff and the funniest.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing a model of the Krav.
The what?
The Krav.
Challenger stands for Challenger Armoured Recovery Vehicle.
Oh, right. I want to do
That's pretty cool.
A bridge layer.
Yeah.
But the only one I've seen that was in my price range at the time was the FX 176. I think Men bought one out. It was £109 at Telford, and that was a bit too expensive for me.
See,
at the time.
I mean, obviously, other than the fact that I was in the Corps, that the crowds were used, but
was that the Women's Royal Auxiliary Bloom Corps?
I've also got the Remy 434, haven't I, to do?
Yeah.
And I think they go quite well together because they were in at about the same time.
And I've just, sat here thinking just now when we were asked about the planes, and I've realised in my stash there is not. In my stash and in my built kits, there is not a C-130.
I've not got a C-130.
I do. I've got the J-30 because I was on the initial course for Australia for that, and I've got all the brass for it, so I will enjoy it.
Oh, is that the one you were reluctant to build because of who made it?
Yes, because it's
Because you're
a certain country that the US White House is adhering themselves to.
I don't know.
So,
and Tiff says, and there's an awesome 3D print of the boat and the 4 horsemen I'm saving for.
wow.
Ooh.
Cool. GM says we did run up over 400,000 accident-free flying hours on the E&H model Hercs in Australia. Haven't lost one yet. Did you know, fun fact, Australia was the first export customer for the Hercules?
Cool.
That's a fun fact.
It's a fun fact because we've just bought some more to replace the ones we've got, unlike the UK.
Yeah,
Gary says Sharon is also the largest moon of Pluto.
The world's most stupid decision. Let's get rid of all the C-130s.
They were perfectly serviceable.
Yeah.
They were an incredible aircraft.
And the A400 can't do the same job.
Yeah. Whereas the Americans are still using B-52s from 70 years ago, and Rolls-Royce has just come up with some new, more efficient engines for them. So they're just going to replace the engines and keep the airframe.
Yeah.
And Tiff says, as well as some other things that come with the boat from the River Sharon. Sharon. I think it's Sharon.
That's Sharon, yeah.
John says, Gary, could you kit bash a bridge layer from an M1 Abrams?
Oh, hello. Hang on. What's happened?
And Jim says, as a World War II armour and vehicle model builder, I'm still waiting for a kit maker to produce a new tool version of the Allied recovery vehicles, a subject that has been missed by today's kit makers.
Because there's the Italy Sherman recovery vehicle, isn't there?
With regards to kit bashing, my skills are not at that level.
There is going with what Jim said, there is the Scammell Pioneer model, which was the British recovery truck in the Second World War.
So I was just reading ahead. Jim says, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Talking about the Herc design. Another fun fact, they're not allowed to change it. So there's a gauge near the front flight station aircon pack that you can read from the outside of the plane. It's got a little sort of glass round observation window. They still have to drill that hole and then put a scab patch over it because now it's monitored by the computer. You don't need to read the pre-charge. They're not allowed to change it. So it doesn't have a sextant fitted, but they still drill a hole for the sextant and then put a scab patch on it because they're not allowed to change the Congress-approved design from 1953. Duke says, in Australia, we call that boat the Shazza, Tiff. Ha, ha, ha. Absolutely correct, Duke. And Jim says the Italeri model dates back to the 70s. Yes, I've got the Zvezda one, which dates back to probably 2020.
I was going to buy that at Telford, but the bloke wanted a lot of money for it, and the box was falling apart. So,
mate, you can get it on like Jadlams and Amazon for like 20 quid. Because when we did the Secret Santa with M4H last year, that's what I got the guy that I was Secret Santa for. It does look cool. Yeah.
So I'm going to take some advice from Gaza, and I'll go off. I'm going to Frontline tomorrow to see if I could pre-order a. What do you call that thing? The
Stalwart.
Stalwart. Avis Stalwart?
Yes.
What a strange-looking bloody vehicle, hey? It seems
amphibious.
like the military version of the Robin Reliant. I don't know what you guys were on.
It was an amphibious truck.
Well, you just do that here by driving into a lake.
At the risk of going off on a rant, there's a reason I want to build that.
Yes, same here. And
so I'll go and pick up a Chrome AK pen tomorrow as well, and then I'll just go and run that across the top of my tracks there.
The Stolly first entered in service in 1966, and it didn't leave service until 1993. It was that good, a truck.
Ian says, Tiff, could you please put a link to the kit you're saving for in the Discord, please? It's the Sharon boat that don't pay the ferryman scummer. That does sound interesting. John says, Gary, if it was that loud in the C-130, TV took artistic license when they did the raid on Teb.
Entebbe.
Entebbe, there you go. So you can hear the dialogue. Well,
you could not speak to each other in a C-130 without being on headset.
Shout at the top of your voice.
I cannot. One of my failings, I have many. One of my main failings is I cannot lip read. So if I wasn't on headset, people would be looking at me and sort of like enunciating and stuff like that, and I could never understand what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're loud, and it's just a drone. And you put your coffee on the floor, and the thing just well, on the E and H it didn't. It'll just sit there and rumble. But with the J model, it will just go over the rim of the glass because of 6 blade props versus 4 beating against each other. Puts this harmonic stress in that isn't there in the earlier models.
Yeah.
So no, they're loud, but I love them to death.
Loud and proud.
Yeah.
GM says, talking with Bruce Dickinson earlier this morning.
Oh
my God, you're full of fun. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I own planes, and I was talking to Bruce Dickinson. Oh my God, he sent me a short run link to a film of a tour we did flying a Boeing 757. His bandmates gave my camera guys a cheeky staring, as you do. Staring. Yes, as you do. I was chatting with Bruce this morning.
Monday, you dropped Grace Kim into the conversation.
Yeah, so I was talking to a friend of mine. I'll only mention in passing, the King. Yes, hello?
Who's Bruce Dickinson?
Who's Bruce Dickinson?
Yeah.
He's a pilot. He's a famous pilot.
I'm not as old as you.
Okay, do you know who sang Run to the Hills?
No.
Right, sorry, I have to step in here. It's the guy from fucking Iron Maiden, dude.
Oh, see, if you said Iron Maiden, I'd have known who that was.
I am in so much shock. I was speechless.
Thank you for stepping in, Tiff. We know where your priorities lie.
Boy, is Mike.
Iron Maiden is like my favourite band.
I reckon you would have been yelling and screaming and just shaking and had to intervene.
Like I'm shaking right now. How do you not know?
Because I don't care.
Because
I like the music. I don't care about the person behind it.
I'm disappearing again. I'm going to put my head in my hands and just
cry.
Be disappointed in you, Mikey.
Oh my God! Just take a long, good, hard look at yourself.
I don't care. I don't care about the names of the people in the band.
Mikey, you're going to be in so much trouble after the stream.
Oh,
I thought they were talking about the guy that does the bloody bargain hunt or something.
Don't make it worse for yourself, Mikey.
So,
isn't he called Bruce Dickinson or something?
No.
After you walk into the house, ask your darling wife Tiff. Hey, have you heard of Bruce Dickinson? Tiff said, "Yep, I can."
Oh dear.
Jim says, more specifically, I meant not so much tank transporters, rather the repair and recovery vehicles based on the Sherman chassis. The German vehicles are well represented.
Yeah.
And the better-looking Marley saying his top 5 planes?
Be the one that John hasn't built. The one that takes him to Perth. The one that takes him to
F-15, A, B, C, D, and E.
Cool. Good one, Paul. Good one, Paul.
Only joking. No, they're a beautiful thing to watch fly. Oh, wow. I have 2, but they're not mine. They're my son's. I should build them. John says he loves a Puma.
Yeah.
Beautiful cat. Love it. Duke says, Gary, ask Bruce about his Fokker DR1. Is that what he calls it? Gary says, John T, I could shout into your ear when flying a Herc and you would not hear me. Yeah. Tiff said, done. It's a link to the page that has a full collection, and you can buy individual models or the full set. Jim says, pull your head in, Mikey.
Like I said,
Phil.
other than the likes of Genesis, I don't care enough to learn their names.
Yeah. Phil says, is it an amphibious truck? Well, it is now. I've driven in the river, sir. Oh, talk to me about Clarkers in Townsville. Yeah, good story. Gary says, Duke have already filmed his Fokker. Ha.
Now, here's the thing, he said in his best John Marley impression. When I was still in the Air Force, when I was
I was a young man
doing the MVQs, we were taken up by
we were taken up the bum.
What?
We were taken up to the Lake District on a
that's different.
team building weekend thing. One of the things we got to do was drive around Lake Windermere in a Stally, in the back of a Stally.
In a stalwart.
It was most fun.
Yeah.
We had to do things like blind driving. You know, you'd sit with someone next to you, you'd have a blindfold on, and you'd have to drive around the field.
I used to love doing blindfolded driving. It was so much fun, especially around Catterick.
Tiff, can we please jump to GM's comment?
Oh God, it's another name dropped.
And I want to read this one out. Gary says, Mikey, standing here with me is Till, Chris, Flake from Ramstein, Bruce and Nico from Iron Maiden. Bruce is giving you a serious look.
Oh my God, am I feeling so?
Do you know what? I was actually going to put an Iron Maiden t-shirt on this morning.
Oh dear!
Oh my God!
Welcome, gentlemen.
Wow. That is. Oh my God! Okay, lube and subscribe, everyone. Lube and subscribe.
Twice in a week, Gary has gobsmacked me.
That's cool. Ian says, David Dickinson, Mikey.
David Dickinson.
Yeah. See, it is Dick. I was right. It is a Dickinson.
Yeah, but it's not
Who's
Bruce
David
Dickinson.
No.
Oh, Julian's in Dorcosaurus mode. On high and by. Oh, hang on. There's 20 minutes to go. Dorcosaurus mode off.
I like Rammstein in the car. It's great fun. I annoy Kaylee by singing along to it.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And then it explains to me that they're actually really nice songs.
Please. The views of Bearded Veteran are not necessarily the views of the other two members of this panel.
Oh my God! No, well, what can I say? What can I say? We've offended not only countries but individuals during this.
Hang on, Gary, are you fanboying?
I am.
Are you fanboying like John used to do for Waitrose?
Yes, I am, and I will openly admit it.
God, that's so square.
Okay, at least I know who Bruce Dickinson is.
I recognise the name.
That's Emily Dickinson.
Sorry,
Emily Dickinson.
I have too much information in my head to go learning every member of every band.
Oh dear!
I know who Iron Maiden is. And I know who Rammstein is and things like that. And I like listening to the songs. I just don't know the individual bandmates.
So good. Julian's back.
And Julian.
John's favourite plane is a crate from Chicken Run.
I think we need to see evidence of these people watching this show.
Gary says the noise in a Herc with the doors open is why they have red and green lights to tell the passengers when to jump.
Yes. That's the only way you left a Herc, Gary.
John, read that comment again properly.
Oh, okay.
Where we go back to it.
The noise of a herd with the doors open is why they have red and green lights to tell the passengers when to jump. Happy now?
Yeah. I just thought it was funny that he said in a
Gary corrects himself and says Herc.
Or as we used to call them, self-loading freight.
Yeah. As we used to call them, meat bombs. Duke says, lucky duck, Gary. Yes. Julian says, Shelfie, that was a terrible John Marley impression. Far too short and not enough random tangents.
Here's the thing.
Here's a thing. Oh, here's a fun fact.
Right.
Oh, I haven't
What?
heard this one.
Has
Hold
anyone
my
seen
beer.
Part 101.
101.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I will take over the chat. Duke
Righto.
says Tiff will be beside herself now. I think she was more than beside herself.
She'll be sliding
And
off
now
a
she
chair.
knows that Bruce Dickinson is possibly watching this. She'll probably be in a complete and utter state.
We need to see evidence of this, I think. Not that Tiff's in a state, but that I made him Rammstein.
GM says,
You're about to say Dr. Stiff's in a
you're
tape.
sprung, Mikey.
I find it hard to picture like Rammstein on stage and then coming off stage and watching Bearded Veteran Crates. It doesn't fit in my head for some reason. Especially with all, the live, the massive live shows with all the fireballs and everything, which are really cool, by the way.
Tiff says, I saw Iron Maiden at the Legacy of the Beast tour in Newcastle. Love Rammstein too. I'm very jealous, Gary.
See, I've never been I've been to a few concerts, but I've never been to like the big ones like Iron Maiden, Rammstein, things like that. I watch them.
Okay, so looking at part 101, well, I'm not really. It looks to me that in the part list, 101 is parts not used.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it's blanked out. JT says, John, taking a liking to the Air Truck PL12. I like the Lancaster Corsair Harrier and F14.
Good list.
I've never done
Except
an
for the Air Truck.
F14
Oh,
JT says, can I play with Madness?
Well, it's not
No.
quite a Jaguar.
Gary says, we're not on stage, we're at hotel.
Oh, with
I know.
Eric. Well
I
done.
gathered
We
that.
have this image. We have this image of rock stars trashing hotel rooms and all that sort of thing. But actually, they're sat watching three old men waffle on.
Excuse me, I'm 37,
You're old.
not 60.
You hang around with us. You're old.
I'm old before my
Talking
time.
about
I'll admit
plastic
that.
models. We are the new rock and roll.
That's depressing.
So, Tiff, can you do me a favour and go back to the comment from GM at 10:46?
10:46.
God, it's so demanding.
God, yeah. You'll be wanting bloody pay next. And while Tiff searches through the archives, you're going to earn your hobnobs this weekend, kidder.
Yes, I blame John.
And we've only got 7 minutes left.
Well,
I don't know.
we won't go back there then.
Like I said, the image you have, because we only see the likes of like Rammstein, Iron Maiden and stuff on stage or in music videos. Obviously, they're in character and they've got all the makeup or whatever on, and the costume on things. That's the only image we know. We don't see the guy, that go back to the hotel and sat having a coffee and having a breakfast and things like that.
Yeah,
Watching Bearded Veteran Crates, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'd be cool. And I will endeavour to learn their names.
Julian says, the Bruce Dickinson, he who went to the doctor with hearing loss. Doctor said it was from his national service in the army, not from being in Iron Maiden. They're a rock group, Mikey. Helpful look.
I know who Iron Maiden are. Jesus, wow.
JT
Well,
says
the
you
evidence
need an
says
Eddie in a,
otherwise.
yeah. JT says you need an Eddie in a Spitfire model. I've done Eddie, and I've done the Spitfire as well. The Rebel.
Do you know what I wouldn't mind doing? A 1/16 Eddie figure.
Ah.
That would be cool. That'd be really fun to paint.
Probably be a 3D print file for him out there somewhere. I'll have a look later. Tiff says there isn't a 1046 comment.
There is on my screen, and I'll read it out because everybody wants me to. It says, Mikey, standing with me here is Till, Chris, Flake from Rammstein, Bruce and Nico from Iron Maiden. Bruce is giving you a serious look.
I'm looking at a picture of him now, okay? I'm looking at a picture of him now. Learning.
The number of the beast.
Do you know what? For once, it's not me that's embarrassed himself in front of someone famous.
So good. So good.
I don't know anyone famous.
You do now.
Julian says, Mikey,
I
according to
like me. I just know he thinks I'm a little shit.
Mikey, go on, John. You were reading that.
Jay says, Mikey, according to Generation Z or Z, translating for other nations here, you're old from your mid-30s onwards. As a radio newscaster said, thanks, kids.
Yeah, thanks for that, Julian. Because my daughter's not reminding me that I'm old as it is.
Not off, great mate.
Oh, no, every
Gary
time I speak
stuff
to her, she reminds me I'm old.
said, Iron Maiden I saw at Masters of Rock in 1988. Also, World Slavery Tour in 1984 at the Hammersmith Odeon. Awesome.
88 was the year I was born. Just saying.
JT says he's had a great time today. Now, thanks. Now I'm going to listen to Iron Maiden. Wasted Years is a good song. All their songs are good. All their tunes are good.
One thing I am crap at remembering is the name of songs. I know which songs I like. I just can never remember the names of them. And there's one they did with the music video where it's a guy sat on a bench and Eddie's sat next to him. And it turns out it's like the ghost of a guy waiting for his wife or missing his wife.
Gary,
I love that song.
Waitrose says, sorry, full of typos today. Monsters of Rock.
Oh, so glad you didn't misspell that last word.
Yeah. Duke Wellington says there will be a test on Monday, Mikey. You'll have to revise the weekend. Jim says, Mikey, you're definitely the youngest of all on screen. I'm sure you're not a day over 45.
I'm not. My wife's closer to 45 than I am, mate.
GM says you don't know half the people who watch you lot. They love a good laugh as well. We drinking orange juice here.
Oh,
you're right. We don't know half the people. Yeah.
Julian says, laugh my arse off, Jim. Well, I was drinking coffee, but I've run out, so I've got to go make some more.
I was listening to Skillet this morning, I think. Yeah.
And Tiff says that's the 0146 comment, John.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, and apologies to everyone in Australia.
I'm slightly dyslexic.
Put me pins on.
Tiff says, I did Download
Zone here.
Download Festival in 2015. Ooh. Julian says, GM. That was almost Bilbo Baggins' quote. Duke says, Gary asked Bruce what are his 5 favourite planes.
The one from the 1987 tour, the one from the 1984 tour.
Or the one from
Tiff says, Book of Souls is my favourite album. Jim says, my favourite Iron Maiden tune is The Prisoner. See, like I say, I'm just not great at remembering song titles. I don't know why. Just got buzzing in my head. Bruce, stop sticking needles in that doll, will you? GM says, have a short link of us two flying the B757. Ooh.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Ian says, I have the Aces High Spitfire with the 2 eddies. I blame. Ooh, that sounds like a cool kit.
It is. You can have, you can put, comes with 2 eddies, one sitting in the cockpit and one standing by the aircraft.
That's cool.
It's a Revell Spitfire boxing.
Yeah. It's quite a.
I've done that, right? I think it'd be really cool to have an Eddie version of that.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Is that
cool. James?
It's Skiffins.
Yeah. Julie says, Mikey, you're very welcome. If I have any more helpful comments, I'll be sure to keep them to myself. Tell you, delete as appropriate. GM says, Duke, not enough time here.
This has been hilarious.
Certainly the last half hour has been absolutely brilliant as far as I'm concerned.
Julie says, yeah, I mistaked a rock legend for David Dickinson.
Virtually to his face.
Who's David Dickinson?
He's an
dude, you got to Google him.
In fact, he's a dodgy antique dealer.
He makes Trump look like he's anemic.
He's more orange than Trump.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, dudes. Julie says, John, does that mean you got the digits for 10 backwards? Hurrah! All is right with the
Whatever, that's racist, but sure. Hobby time
Not
says he lives
racist,
5 miles from Donington Park. Been to every Monsters of Rock. Used to go on our bikes and keep our helmets on. Anyone that went back then will know why. Oh, headbanging or just embarrassed to be there?
Mosh pit.
Oh.
In true rock and roll style, I'd have much fun discussing this over my hot cup of Ovaltine tonight.
Yeah.
Rock and or roll.
This sounds like a Discord conversation. Duke says, "No worries, Gary. Have fun."
Cheers, Duke.
Oh my god!
Again, apologies to the rock,
the superstars of rock that are listening and watching.
The legends of rock.
So if I look like a critic today, it's because I'm criticising the crap out of Mikey and loving it.
We joke sometimes on this channel about cease and desist orders. I've got a stinking feeling one's ending our way.
So good. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Now they
One
know
more week
what
of the
like.
big boy, you'd say.
Do you know what? I can't wait for my beard to grow back in.
So you can disguise
to
yourself.
cover up the redness.
No, I just don't like having my beard this short. I like it down here, like it normally is.
He's trying to get all rock and roll now.
Hobby Time says, airborne bottles of pee. Ugh. Bob says, Gary, do they want strand beasts? No.
No.
Ian says, laugh my ass off, Bob. You want strand beast? You get strand beast.
I've now got a vision in my head of a hotel in Germany where Gary is retelling the story of the strand beasts to Bruce Dickinson and the guys from.
I've got an image of Eddie playing with the strand beast.
I got an image of Mikey walking like a strand beast, going back pedal, back pedal, back pedal, back pedal.
Anyway, time
Today
to go.
has been a good day. Thank you, Lord.
Jim's going to be seeing you.
Seeing you, Jim.
I just realised because our screens are so close together, it looks like my "Lest We Forget" flag is actually on Gary's wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
But if I go full screen, you see.
My guitar.
Yeah. If I go full screen, we're having an earthquake.
Yeah. How weird. Anyway, we're back tomorrow, 12 till 2, with the Sea Fury build and Waitrose.
I wonder what superstars will be watching us tomorrow.
Well, it won't be Karen Carpenter.
Oh, a bit high. So that's tomorrow's build, chaps.
Yeah. Julian, before we go, Julian says, on the music theme, I remember watching the Blues Brothers go to a bar. A waitress told them they can have both types of music, country and western. Yes. Ian says, wiping my tears of laughter, top show. Very good. Excellent.
It was one of our best. That's in our top 5.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, back here 12 o'clock tomorrow till 2. Don't forget to leave and subscribe. Modders, hit that outro.
Bye.
Full vow on everyone.